Hello everyone, welcome to byteVICE with David. Today we're going to be going over a few basic features of Outlook sending an email. We're going to create an attachment, and then we're also going to find out how to actually save the actual email as a file outside of Outlook, and then we'll throw in how to actually zip a file up in case you need to actually compress a file to be able to send it in an email. Let's get started. Okay, so all I've done so far in Outlook is I've clicked new email, and you get the new email box here. So that I don't have to actually type everything, I've saved a few things in here. So we're going to send it to instructor@school.com, and then so I don't have to keep typing everything. Nobody wants to see me type. Here's a subject. We're going to throw a subject in there, and then for a greeting we're going to say attached is my file. You'll type whatever you need to type there, and then we'll say David, and if you want to put whatever your signature is, you'll have down there. So the other thing I want to talk about is if you send someone an email and you want to make sure that your subject is very descriptive about what you're actually sending the email about. If you don't, the person you send an email to, think about they may be getting 100, maybe 1,000 emails a day, and if you really want them to actually read the email, make sure you put a very descriptive email. A very good descriptive subject there. The other things that you can do when you send an email is up at the top here you have high importance. If you click on high importance on send an email, when they receive the email, the email will have a red exclamation point on the side telling them that you really want them to look at it. If you're sending someone an email that's not very important, but you just want to actually send it to them, you can use the low importance. It puts the blue down arrow. Be careful doing that, because if somebody gets an email that has the blue down arrow that says low importance, it's going to get bumped to the bottom of their priority list. So let's attach a file. There's two ways to actually attach a file. The first way, you can hit the attach button, the attach file button. And then if you hit the attach file button, you have to choose the browse and then find the file. I like to actually go to the folder where the actual file is at, and you can click and drag the file to the email and it automatically attaches it. The other thing you can do here is you can actually right click on a file and you can go to send to mail recipient, and when you do that, it will automatically create your blank email with the attachment, and then you can just type who you want to send it to, give it a subject, type, and hit send. So at this point, this email is ready to actually hit send. However, before we actually send this, I want to show you how to actually save the file outside of Outlook. So you'll click File, Save As, and it will open a Save As window. The Save As type, MSG, is an Outlook file. For this particular example, that's the file type that we actually are going to use, but there are several others. If you use an MSG file and save it outside of Outlook into a folder, when you go back to the folder later and open that file, it'll actually open it in Outlook. You can rename the file whatever you want to. It will actually stick with the subject line for the actual email. So I'm just going to leave this alone and hit save. So now I have that email outside of Outlook saved, and I have it so I can actually hit send. So I want to show you also how you can actually zip a file up to email someone, to upload it to a website, however, whatever you need to do to it. So I have two files here. These just happen to be the file I created and the attachment. With Windows, when you want to zip a file, all you have to do is highlight the files that you want to zip. Right click, send to, and then say compress zipped folder. This is going to create a zip file of whatever files you've selected. If you had 10 files you had selected, it's actually going to take all 10 of those and put them into one zip file. You can rename this file whatever you want it to be called. I'm just going to leave it as the file name, but you could rename this to say something that is representative of the 5 or 10 emails that you actually zipped up. Now, keep in mind, pictures don't compress well, but text does. So if you have 5 or 6 or 7 different large spreadsheets or Word documents and you want to actually zip them up to put them into one file to be able to email someone, text actually zips very well. So I'm just going to leave that file called that. Now I have this zip file. Now if I wanted to email this file to someone else, you just right click, send to, and then mail recipient, and it will create a new email of that file. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, and have a great day.